a lot of people were kind of like, no, it's just quirkiness, or no, it's all an act. It's weird that there's a lot of gatekeeping to women getting diagnosed with autism, and it just gets written down as anything else but that. Hi, my name's Aishah. I got diagnosed at 21 and now I'm 23. When my little brother got diagnosed, I was trying to see how I could support him better. So I was doing a lot of reading and watching videos. There was Alice Rose, girl with the curly hair, helped a lot. She was writing about her behavior and habits a lot, and how socializing was for her, and what her communication style was, and how she would even plan ahead before she'd go to the shops, and what time she would go, and just like little things like that were just adding up. And I was like, I didn't realize that only autistic people do those things. Because I just thought it was the norm. I thought everyone, couldn't stand a busy supermarket. I just thought, I didn't know any better, so that helped a lot. That was the thing that helped me stamp it. So once I finally got my diagnosis, and I was lucky enough to have a really thorough report from my doctor, he wrote about how I socialize and my communication style and things like that. Things I didn't even realize that was a part of autism. Um, so it was really helpful to have that. But I know like other people usually just get a sentence just to say they're autistic. So I was lucky enough to have a really long report explaining uh, why I feel the way I feel and why I am the way I am. The doctor in charge was really accommodating, and he got to know me as a person during the entire appointment. It was obvious that he knew what autism was and how autistic people are, and how to be there for an autistic person and support them in the appointment. And he made sure, like, I didn't even have my diagnosis, but he made sure it's like, is the lighting too bright? Are you comfortable? Do you need this? Do you need that? So it made me feel at ease as well. I think it helps you understand yourself a lot better, and then you can kind of pace yourself and set your own boundaries. Because before my diagnosis, I was trying to push myself and force myself to do everything everyone else was doing, because I didn't understand that um, it wasn't natural. So when I finally understood it's because I'm autistic, I could just sit down and think, okay, so these are my sensory issues. This is why I get migraines. I will avoid doing this now. I will not go out in sunlight. Just little things like that. Um, like I was having less meltdowns and things like that, just because I could just go at a slower pace and support myself better. So I think that's a positive for getting a diagnosis. Like a lot of autistic people, they can't be as freely as autistic. They can't stim as much in public, just in case they might get in trouble. After getting my diagnosis and realizing what stimming was, I was like, oh, it's okay for me to do those things. So I kind of looked into getting stimming toys and things like that to help, because otherwise I was just pulling like elastic bobbles apart, because every girl has those on their wrist. It's not noticeable. It was finally getting my diagnosis. I let myself stim more. They help me feel more grounded when I do them as well, especially when I'm feeling more anxious. It helps me gives me something else to focus on. It helps for others to understand you better. So I'm a lot closer with my friends now, because I'm like, I can tell them I'm autistic. Can we not do this thing? Or can I have a bit of a break? And some of them go out of their way to understand autism themselves, and it's so much easier and so much more enjoyable. It's always nice to be able to kind of find a community of other autistic people. It's really helpful. And it's also nice because autistic people understand other autistic people so much better. Um, Most of my friends are autistic or they have ADHD, and it's nice to be able to have someone who you get on with so well. Um, So seeking out a community, and also a lot of things I can still learn from my other autistic friends who know more about something than I do, maybe like just a similar interest we have, or even just about autism.